Okay, guys, number 4 now. Joe wants to draw a diagram of his farm. He uses axes and coordinates to plot his farmhouse at the point F on the diagram below. So that's just a statement, okay? That's all. There's no question there. F is where his, and all we're told about is F, okay? That's where the farmhouse is, right? Let's see what they're looking for. Write down the coordinates of the point F. Okay, that's easy enough. 4, 1. A barn is 5 units directly north of the farmhouse. Plot the point representing the position of the barn on the diagram. Label it point B. So 5 units north. So we can see here that north is straight up, okay? And it's 5 units straight up. Now, not 5 boxes, it's 5 units. So that would be 1, let's use a different color. So that would be 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units. So you're talking 6. So directly across from 6 and up from and directly above F north. That is B for the barn. Okay. Again, easy enough, really. Joe's quad bike is marked with the point Q. So finally, we're told what this point is. Okay, it's his quad bike. And find the distance from the barn to the quad bike and give your answer correct to 2 decimals. So from B to Q, what is the distance from B to Q? Now, if it was directly east, or sorry, directly west, we could just count the boxes or the units, but it's not. It's a diagonal. So we're going to have to use our distance formula, okay? So the point Q is -2, 7. So Q is -2, 7. B, where the barn is, that's 4, 6. Okay, let's label those now in the usual way. And let's use our distance formula, which we've already used earlier. Like any formula now, it's time to sub in the points. So x2 is 4 minus x1, so it's -2. So a clash of 2 minuses there. Just use an extra bracket. There we have 6 minus 7 squared. Now we have 4 plus 2 squared plus -1 squared. So that's 6 squared plus -1 squared is -1 by -1, which is a positive 1. And that's 36 plus 1. So that works out at square root 37. Now the question is to give your answer to 2 decimal places. So we need to use our calculator to figure out what the square root of 37 is. Well, I know the square root of 36 is 6, so it's going to be 6 point something. I'm just taking out my calculator. And to correct 2 decimal places, you should have got 6.08. Now, really, by rights, I should be checking my answers. The solutions to this. All these questions came from previous papers. I don't have the solutions with me. I don't have time either. So if one of you guys want to dispute any of these answers or ask me, if it's right, please do in class, and I will recheck it. Okay, now we have a new letter T, and this is Joe's tractor, where FBQT is a parallelogram. plot t on the diagram and write the coordinates of t. Okay, so we want to make a parallelogram. Parallelogram means that we will have opposite sides will be parallel. Okay, opposite sides parallel. So let's see. Opposite sides parallel and opposite sides the same length indeed. So the length here, so I can see I'm going to have to do t is going to be over here somewhere. From B to F, the distance is from 1 to 6, so the distance is 5 units. So from Q, I'm going to go down 5 units. So Q is at 7 there on the y-axis. So I'm going to go down to 2. Okay. So I think that's 3 there. So 2 more boxes should bring me down to 2. And then join up these. And that looks like a parallelogram to me. Now we just have to put T there. And the coordinate is -2, 2. That question was a nice question. Very nice question. Okay. What is the area of the triangle with those coordinates? So that was taken straight out of your book, actually. I said for these ones, for the area of the triangle, that you need to have one of the coordinates needs to be 0, 0. And in this case, it is C is 0, 0, okay? So we concentrate on the other two. Now, I will be going back over again what to do with triangles if all 3 coordinates, if none of none of them is 0, 0, what to do. We'll go over that again. So label the points in the usual way. And we're going to use the area of the triangle formula that we use in coordinate geometry. Okay, as usual, after you write down a formula, substitute in the numbers. So 1 for x1, y2 is 2, minus x2 is 0, and y1 is 1. We just multiply out everything inside the brackets there. So we end up with 1 by 2 is 2, minus 1 by 8 is 0. So half multiplied by 2, and half of 2 is 1. So 1 unit square. Question 6. M is the line. So we were doing these, I think, last week, maybe Thursday, I think it was. M is that line. So there we have an equation. The line, so that's the line M. That's the equation of the line M. Now another line, N, contains the point -3, 2, and is perpendicular to M. Find the equation of N. So find the equation of the second line. Have we some space down here for, yeah. So you could just do a rough diagram, you know. Let's just pretend that that's the line M. Okay, now we're told that this line N is perpendicular to that. So it's perpendicular. And like I said, it's just a rough line will do. You don't even have to do this diagram, but I always found diagrams are useful when problem solving. Now, there's a point on this, -3, 2. And this is the line N. Now we know the equation of the line M. That's given to us. But what is the equation of the line N? Now, to get the equation of any line, you need a point on it, which we have, but you also need the slope. Well, we don't have the slope of N, but we can figure out the slope of M, and then that'll help us figure out the slope of N. So to get the slope of M, we use the equation of m. You need to rewrite it so that the y is on its own. So let's just bring everything over to the other side. So minus x, bring over the x becomes minus x, bring over the 12 becomes minus 12. Now we've minus 6 in front of that y. So that means we need to divide everything by minus 6. So when you divide minus 6 by minus 6, you get 1, a positive 1. You're left with just y, which is exactly what we wanted. There's a minus 1 in front of that x. So it's minus 1 divided by minus 6x. And then we have minus 12 divided by minus 6, which is minus by minus is a plus, and 6 into 12 goes twice. Now we're nearly there. The thing is, we have two minuses here. And two minuses, when you divide, give you a plus. So we're left with a positive 1/6 plus 2. Now this is useful because this is the slope. That's the slope of m. That's the slope of m. So slope of m is 1/6. Therefore, the slope of any perpendicular line, including the other line n, so the slope of n is 6 minus, change the sign, flip the fraction, minus 6/1, or just minus 6. Okay. So that's our slope of n. And we also know that the point 3, 2, minus 3, 2, that's on n. So let me just put that out for a second. So to get the equation of n, we need a point on n that was given to us at the beginning, and we need the slope, and we've found that. We have our x1, we have our y1, and we have m, the slope, and we use this equation. Substitute in y minus 2 equals to minus 6 x minus 3. So we're left here with y minus 2 equals to minus 6. There's two minuses clashing there, so it becomes a plus. We want to multiply out now. Minus 6x minus 3. Now in this question, they didn't ask us to write the equation in any particular form, so I think I'll be given full marks for anyone who gets that far. But if you want, write everything to the left-hand side. So bring over the minus 6x becomes a positive 6x. We have positive y there already. Then we have minus 2. Bring over the minus 3 becomes a plus 3. 6x plus y minus 3 plus 3 is plus 1 equals 0. So yeah, that's the equation of n. Like I said though, I'll give full marks if we get that far. Okay, and I think that's the last question. Yep.